Welcome to Fort Worth 148's podcast, where we meet to discuss Masonic topics and strive to build value in the brotherhood. The opinions and statements of the participants do not represent any positions or stance of any Grand Lodge or Lodge and are solely the viewpoints of the participants. Welcome back to the podcast, brothers. This is Rhit, past master of Fort Worth 148.
This is Billy Hamilton, past master of Fort Worth 148.
And this is Jagush, past master of Fort Worth 148.
What up, y'all?
We're recovering from Texas MasoniCon.
Yep.
We're fully recovered, I guess, now. What is it, 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, after putting on a big event, you got to hibernate for a bit, right?
Well, and we've only been trying to do this. I mean, like, we've had it scheduled this, and it's like, nah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We're just busy dudes now. Where do we want to start?
Let's do an event recap. Rhit, do you want to tell us how everything boiled down?
Well, so leading up to the planning, we were very lackadaisical on the marketing. We got better at it towards the end, but what I think was really neat about the event the day of is how we had more guys from Lodge there than we've ever had. I think we made up a third of the attendance, just our guys, which isn't saying a whole lot. This year was a low attendance, which is, we'll talk about that later. But man, from the speakers that we had to the Lodge kind of taking over the event, that was my favorite so far for sure.
Oh yeah.
But it was the first one I had a chance to sit down and watch every single speaker. It was like, I'm not leaving this chair. I'm watching everyone. And man, they all had they brought their own little unique twist and energy, but there were some good ones this year. You guys got standout moments?
Yeah, honestly, no, it went, it's good that this is our fourth year that we've had this. And so now, even though we were a little bit late on the planning, a little bit late on the marketing, it's gotten to be kind of old hat, right? Everyone kind of falls into their place. The planning is something you always have to do, but it felt easier this time, right? We just reached out. Yeah. Hey, can you guys do this? Yep, we're on it. How about this? Yep, we're on that too. And everything just kind of fell into place.
Yeah, you'd have guys come up. Well, we picked up downstairs on the trip. It's like, oh, okay. Well, we got that. It was well-oiled machine. Because it did. We talked about that during the event, that it felt like it was so much easier this year. Like, we're veterans of it,
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because I remember the first one. I was a ball of nerves.
That first one was a disaster in the best way possible.
Yes.
The first MasoniCon worked despite everything,
Trying not to.
There was a lot of disaster stuff that happened there.
We now know you can get fried chicken in under 7 minutes back to the temple.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. For those that don't know, we made the mistake of letting people serve themselves burgers. And by the time all the food, 80% of people got through the line, all of the food was gone, even though we had ordered a surplus of 10%. And so we sent our stewards.
Omar went and got it. Omar,
yeah, and I think he had somebody with him, and they went to the nearest. It was
some fried chicken joint.
It was some fried chicken joint nearby. I don't think it was Elisa's or anything like that. And they came in and they said, "We need all the fried chicken you have," and walked out with it, which is an insane request to make. But didn't have that happening this year. Thank you.
And so maybe that's why. Exactly. We lesson learned. We learn quick, and this one was so much easier because everything was planned so well and executed so well. I mean, the food was delicious. The speakers were great. Everything worked. The only thing I think we need to remedy next year is the audio. We won't do it without speakers again. There will be no more issues of hearing the speakers.
Yeah, and this year having the microphones and the speakers helped quite a bit.
Yeah, but we'll be set up totally. Not be holding a microphone next to the speaker for somebody.
We'll need a boom mic guy sitting just off camera range.
Exactly. Well, and I think, because this year we whittled down one of our breakout speakers. I mean, for me personally, 4 just, I mean,